Hi everyone, it's BJ aka the Tuminator, and I'm just going to unplug something here and make sure that my audio is still working for you. There we go. So, oops, there we go. Okay, so hopefully the audio is good and everything here for you. Let's see, today is Thursday, April 27th, and yeah, it's almost the end of April already, coming into May. I can't believe it. But first off, I've got a couple of huge thank yous to put on this video, and the first one is to Dan. And huge thanks, Dan, for your very generous and thoughtful donation, and as always, I really appreciate it. And sorry, I realized I wasn't looking at the camera. And Dan I've known for a few years through Northwest Canadian Greyhound League, which is a rescue group here in Calgary and in Western Canada for greyhounds and sighthounds as well if they need a new home. And so Dan is very involved with that group, and that is how I met Dan. And Dan is human to a few greyhounds himself and is just recently fostering as well. And I believe Dan is happily retired. I don't believe he's working Monday to Friday kind of thing. So he's a great greyhound dad and looks after his babies very well. And so thanks very much, Dan. I really appreciate that. The second big thank you. Sorry, I'm just moving around a little bit of pain. The second big thank you out to Marion and her family. It was from, and Marion I've known many years through her sister, with whom I'm very good friends. And anyway, Marion and her family are awesome. She's married and has two great kids. One's in university, one is wrapping up high school shortly. And Marion herself is a very successful businesswoman and has her own business in oil and gas and everything. So thanks a lot, Marion, and the family. I really appreciate that. Very generous. So yeah, so those two huge thank yous I wanted to make sure I got out on this video. Let's see what else has been going on. Excuse me, except I seem to be losing my voice, so I'm just going to I've got water here. So on Monday, I saw my family doctor. I see her every 2 weeks. I think I've mentioned that before in some videos, just to update her on how I'm doing and if I need any prescription refills or if the pain med isn't working for me, that kind of thing. And I mentioned to her I've been having shortness of breath and a bit of a cough lately. I'd say the shortness of breath has come back probably about 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I had it during chemo and afterwards for a while with the edema, with all that extra fluid in my body. But the edema is pretty good right now, and so I wasn't sure what might be causing it. So just be on the safe side, she wrote me a requisition for a chest x-ray, which I did on Tuesday, and I got the results yesterday. My lungs are clear, so that's excellent news. It's always a little worrisome thinking the cancer may have spread. Yeah, so could just be, side effects from the letrozole and that sort of thing. So I just need to make that sort of adjustment and get used to that again. The shortness of breath. Yeah, so that was good. I was very happy to have positive results on that chest x-ray. And there's Dexter. Hi, Dexter. And my other little guy sleeping right beside me here. So they always keep me company out here when I'm in the living room, that's for sure. So I thought what else I'd put on this video is maybe some hints and tips for pre-surgery if you are going to have a mastectomy or bilateral mastectomy, possibly even a breast reduction or something, that sort of surgery where it involves your chest muscles. And I have made a short list, so I will just refer to that. So yeah, pre-surgery, some hints and tips. First of all, do not run out of your pain meds. That is really important. Often you'll leave the hospital with a prescription. Either they'll fill it there for you or you stop at your pharmacy on your way home. And do not run out of them. I made that mistake after my first surgeries, and I was about 2 days without them. And before the oncologist could write me another prescription and fax it to my pharmacy. So that was terribly unpleasant, to say the least. So, it's better to have too many than not enough and to run out. So if you don't need them, that's great, but they're still there if you do need them. So don't allow yourself to run out of your pain meds. Another hint would be, now with mastectomies, you're going to have drains put into where the surgery was, because there's trauma to the tissues and the body and whatnot, so you're going to have extra fluids around there that do need to drain from the wound. And depending on where you are, I've seen different things out of different places, like different hospitals might present differently, but make sure you have some safety pins for the drains, because you'll need to safety pin them up. They work on gravity, right? But so you're not having them above your head or anything, of course, but they do hang down to your knees or halfway down to your knees. So you're going to need safety pins so that you can attach them to your sports bra that you're wearing, or your undergarment, whatever it is you may be wearing. So you're going to need safety pins to pin them up. So just little things like that sometimes we don't even think about that we may need or not. And the hospital may in fact give you safety pins. But yeah, you'll need those. Also, something I found out when with my first surgeries, and you go to have a shower. Now that was interesting. That involved a garbage bag and the belt from my house coat. It wasn't a particularly successful shower. So what I did figure out rather quickly is because of your surgery and your wounds and everything, you don't want to get them saturated with water, right? You want to protect that area. And so what I did was I found a sports bra. I mean, you stock up on these before your surgery because you need those types of bras for the support. And find one you don't mind if you get wet in the shower or whatever. Wear that over your surgery areas. Pin your drains to the bottom of the sports bra, and there you are. So the breast area is protected from heavy downpouring of water. It's also protected in that you have that kind of support with the sports bra, and your drains are up and pinned to the lower part of your sports bra. And there you go. You have a shower. Dab off when you're finished. Remove your sports bra. Of course, undo the safety pins. Remove your sports bra. Pat dry that area. Put on your other bra, your sports bra, and away you go. So that saved me a lot of comedy relief with the garbage bag, trying to keep my upper body not too wet and everything. So use a sports bra in the shower. It's great. And also, like I said, it's easy. You can pin your drains to the bottom of your sports bra. Okay, something else. With this type of surgery, you're going to have limited motion across here, the chest muscles, and usually under the arms as well, especially if there's any lymph node involvement. The surgeon will usually take out your sentinel lymph node or your axillary lymph node, or others or more, depending on the cancer involvement with them. So you're going to have a lot of limited motion with your chest area and your underarms, and even stretching forward, that kind of thing. So before your surgery, move things in your house to a lower level that make it easier for you. For example, if your cups, glasses, and plates and whatnot are up on a higher cupboard level, put them down to the lowest one so that you can easily reach them. I moved my microwave. I like my microwave on top of the fridge. I moved it to the kitchen table because I knew I wouldn't be able to reach up for a few weeks. Things like laundry detergent, anything heavy like that, that's usually in a heavier container. Pour some into a smaller container so that when you do your laundry, you can actually lift this container and do that. And also, speaking of laundry, if you have a top-loading washer rather than the front-loading, it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge to get your clothing, your laundry out and into the dryer, because you have to reach in and down from the top-loading dryer. So that can be a little bit little painful, but just, hopefully you won't have to do laundry for at least a week or two after you get home. So just little things like that to kind of prepare for, make things easy for yourself. What else did I think of? groceries and food. Stock up on things prior to your surgery. Now I'm speaking as if you live alone, or that you don't have someone that can come and help you on a daily basis or something. So stock up on your food, because for me, I couldn't drive as long as I had the drains in. Plus I drive a standard, and my lymph nodes that were removed are on my right hand, or under my right arm. So of course that's my shifting arm. So yeah, I couldn't drive until I had the drains out. So yeah, stock up on your things that you need, like groceries, laundry detergent, kitty litter, things that are heavy like that you're going to have trouble lifting afterwards. Let's see. I think that was about it. I think that was about all I could think of for like some pre-surgery hints. Because it's those little things sometimes that we don't think of, like putting the laundry detergent into a smaller container. Same with kitty litter. Changing the kitty litter, making sure you've got lots of new kitty litter on hand, and that you can actually lift the container that it's in, or if you can't lift it, if that's not normally what you do, that you're able to have a scoop to scoop the fresh kitty litter into the kitty litter box, things like that. Make sure you have enough pet food, that you're up with your cat food, dog food, whatever you need, so you don't need to go out and try and buy some when you can't drive if you've got drains, or that you're not trying to carry these huge bags when it's too heavy right after your surgery. So I was thinking back to when I had my surgery, and it took about 3 weeks until I started to feel what I would say slightly normal. I think my drains, I'd have to go and check, but my drains were in for at least 2 weeks. One might have been in longer, I can't quite remember. Yeah, and here's something else to get for your car, whether you're the driver or passenger, is just a small pillow of sorts that you can put under your seatbelt, because your seatbelt is going to go right across that chest area, and it can be sore, it can be painful, right? So you want something that will kind of buffer it, keep it a little bit away from the body, but still do its job. So yeah, small pillow is great for that kind of thing. Or if the seatbelt doesn't bother you, maybe the arm that had lymph nodes removed kind of bothers you. So it's kind of nice to have a small pillow that you can gently rest your arm on while you're driving or while you're a passenger. So little things like that. I think that's about it for now. Today it's been a little, well, sporadic sunshine, but it's very cloudy and kind of gloomy looking. And for those of you that are here in Calgary, you know we've had quite a bit of snow this week, early in the week, so hopefully no more of that, hopefully just some rain, that would be okay. So yeah, so I think that's it for today, and again, huge thank yous, very much appreciate it to Dan and to Marion and her family. Hopefully, and I'll like to try and do another video. This is Thursday, so certainly between now and over the weekend. All right guys, thanks again, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.